Emma slumped onto her couch, her laptop screen glowing with unanswered emails. Her boss had assigned her yet another project that day, and she couldn't stop replaying their curt conversation in her head. "Why can't I ever say no?" she muttered, rubbing her temples. As she scrolled mindlessly through social media, she saw a post about a free mindfulness class at the park. Intrigued and desperate for relief, she decided to go. The next morning, Emma arrived at the park, feeling skeptical. A small group had gathered, sitting cross-legged on the grass. At the front stood an elderly woman in simple robes, holding a glass of water. "Good morning," the woman began. "I'd like to start with a question. How heavy is this glass of water?" A few people called out guesses. 8 ounces? A pound? The woman smiled. "The actual weight doesn't matter. What matters is how long I hold it. If I hold it for a minute, it's light. If I hold it for an hour, my arm will ache. If I hold it all day, my arm will feel numb and paralyzed. The weight doesn't change, but the longer I hold it, the heavier it feels." The group nodded, intrigued. "This glass represents your worries, stress, and fears. The longer you hold on to them, the heavier they become. If you set them down, even for a moment, you give yourself a chance to rest and recover." Emma felt a pang of recognition. She had been clutching her stress so tightly, reliving conversations, obsessing over deadlines, that she hadn't given herself a break in months. The teacher guided the group through a series of breathing exercises and a short meditation. For the first time in what felt like forever, Emma's mind grew quiet. Over the next week, she began to practice what she had learned. Whenever she felt overwhelmed, she paused, closed her eyes, and took a few deep breaths. She set boundaries at work, learning to say, "I'll need more time for this." At night, she wrote down her worries in a journal, imagining herself setting them aside like the glass of water. At first, it wasn't easy. Her thoughts would creep back in, demanding attention, but she reminded herself of the teacher's words. "It's okay to pick the glass back up, but remember, you can always put it down again." Over time, Emma noticed a change. She still had challenges, but she faced them with a lighter heart and a clearer mind. The glass was still there, but now she carried it only when she needed to.